Hi there. In this clip we're going to look at creating an ellipse through intersecting arcs. When we do the intersecting arc techniques, we will have our major and our minor axis already given. So in this case I've got a major axis of 100 millimeters and a minor axis of 70 millimeters. So first things first, let's mark out those minor and major axes where their endpoints are to show where the ellipse will hit on. So I just mark my endpoint there and my endpoint here, which is 50 millimeters from the center point. And I'll call this one over here A and this one over here B. Hopefully you can see those alright with this funny light. Let's mark up our minor axis, which is going to be 70. .35 either side. Oops. Okay, so hopefully you can see those points alright as well. I'll just make them a little bit more obvious for the purpose of this exercise. Okay, next step. What we need to do is we need to find the focus. Now the focus point is going to be half of the major axis which is from the center point out to our A or B point. Make sure you've got that spot on. Then take it to the minor axis point and we'll swing down through our major axis and that will create our F points. So there we have focus and our focus. Okay, next step. What we need to do from our focus point is put in 4 spaces. So we're marking 3 points. There's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter what distance they are. Sometimes it's better if they start off small gaps and get bigger as they go through. But I've just randomly placed them here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next step. What we'll do is we'll go to our A point and we'll come through till we touch onto and go through 1. So there we are going through 1, A to 1, and then put your compass on the F point and swing an arc up and down. Make these rather large arcs. You don't know where you're going to need them to go. Then take it to the F, the focus point on the B side, and do the same again. Swing an arc above and below the major axis. Then come back over here to the A point, go out to 2 and adjust your compass so that it goes perfectly through the 2 point. Then go on to the F, swing an arc above and below the major axis, and then go across to the F point on the B, swing above and below. Once again we go back over here, we go from the A point out to 3, so A to 3, onto F, swing an arc above and below, take it over this side, on the F point, an arc above and below. You could just do this as full circles if you wanted to. Okay, so I've got those A to 1, A to 2, A to 3 off the F point on both sides, swung around. I'll just label those 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't need to label them if you don't wish to, just so I remember where I'm going to. The next step is what we're going to do is we're going to come around onto the B point and we'll take it out to where 1 is, and we want it to go perfectly through 1. Then we'll put it onto the F on the B side and we'll swing up till we hit over the 1 point on this side. Then we're going to go on to the F on this side, keeping that same distance, and we're going to swing till we intersect the 1. Then we're going to come back over to the B and we're going to go to 2. you go perfectly through too. Go onto your F point and swing across to cross over to. Come back to the F on the other side and crossing over to. We go back to B. Now we're going to go to 3. Make sure we're perfectly going through 3. Onto the F point and swing up till we cut through 3. Off the F point on the A end and swing till we cut through 3. So now what we've got is we've got a series of points where these intersections are. So over here we've got our 1, 2 and 3. I'm just marking them in so you can actually see what's happening here. We know that this point here is where our ellipse will touch on the minor axis. Point here, point here. We know it's going to hit down here on our B. Now it's going to hit here, here, and here, here. Oh, we're doing that one, and then over to here. So you can see it's starting to come together. It's sweeping up through here, back down through these points, across B, round through these points, through here, through here. Now if you have a look though, between the minor axis and the points, they're pretty sort of close together, not too bad, but when we get down here, you know, there's a big gap in here and we don't really know what shape that is. So what we might need to do is just come down onto our major axis here and just put in another mark. And we might just call it, I'm going to call this D. Okay. And what we can do there is like we did before, we'll go from A, we'll go to D this time, that's our new mark. Go through D, go onto the F point, and swing another arc up around here. And down below. Go to our F point, another arc, another arc. We'll go over to onto B, take it out till we go through our D point nicely, and we'll swing up from our F, swing through, come around to F on this side, swing and swing. And you'll see there we've now put in some extra points. But even though we're close to the F point here, see it's still a fair way away from here, so we might put in one a bit closer down there. We come down to that new mark, through that one, go to my F, swing there, swing there. So you're starting to see that it gets pretty tight when you get down towards that mark. Just take it all the way through, onto our B, take it to a new mark there. Didn't give it a number or a letter, probably should have, but we know where it is. There, there. And you can put in as many of these as you like to make it, to try and get the best accuracy that you can. There's another one there, another one there. Okay, so now you can start to see how it's really going to come together as you come down around your drawing. You can put in as many points as you want, as easier as it makes for you. So what I'm going to do now, if you've got a French curve or a flexi curve, you can use those to try and join up all the dots, make it very neat and clean. Or if you haven't, you do it the old-fashioned way, and you're going to come and you're going to start to rough it in with your construction pencil and using freehand. And as I've said in other videos, get up, stand up, move around, turn your board around, do what you need to do to make it work for you. Trying to sit stationary and not move your arm or your body around, you're not going to get anywhere with it. You're going to do a mess like I'm probably going to do in a second. I can't move this around because of the fact that I need the camera sitting where it is. So go around, rough it in. You can sit here listening to me do this, or you can get up and get into it and do a better job than I am, so I'll probably dip down a little bit too much there, but you will get that, so I'll fix up that little line through there later. So when you rough it in with your 4H, do it as light as possible. I'm trying to do a little bit darker so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, which is making it a bit of a mess, but you know, even if you use little dots or dashes, just really faint to get it to go in. With all these ellipses and parabolas and other, you'll either need to use a French curve, flexi curve, or freehand to get them in. If you can perfect your freehand, that's awesome. Or if you want to rely on the equipment, that's great as well. There's no dramas. Whatever works for you guys. So there's my roughed in ellipse. You can see where it goes around now. I won't bore you with me doing the outline, but have a go at it. See how you go. Make sure you go through your points. Make sure you get that nice curve in it where you touch on your minor and major, and don't make them just a point, which we see a lot of. Okay, so it sweeps in and sweeps back out really nicely. Okay, intersecting arcs. Thank you.